So what started me into gaming was Jurassic Park on the Sega Genesis. That's the first game I cognitively remember playing and enjoying it somewhat. I remember the first thing I did was run into a Triceratops as Grant, and then I got flung back, and I kept doing it. And I remember that vividly, and I will never forget it because I hate that Triceratops. His name is Frank. But anyway, and then you played as the Raptor, and you could do that. That was cool, but you couldn't beat the game with the Raptor. So you couldn't kill Grant. You couldn't. Yeah, he had like electric gun or something. You couldn't do it. But the game that stuck me with it and actually got me into story, and actually staying around and letting me see what games could actually do was Final Fantasy IX. That was it. That was the game. Going into Blockbuster and renting that multiple times. That was. I had such a small TV. I would always sit on the end of my bed with my pillows where my feet would be, and my arms would be dangling, and I'd be hitting the controller with my chin, just watching and playing, because it's turn-based, so you just sit there, X. That was great. I remember falling asleep on the controller as well. But yeah, no, Final Fantasy IX was the game.
I was listening to all you guys talking. The first thing that's popping up was Unreal Tournament.
Yes.
The original Unreal Tournament on PC, because I was a PC player before consoles. Like I had we can talk about it later, but I had a Nintendo before us, but PC was the only thing I really played. But the one that turned me into a gamer, like competitively and like even story-wise, was this game called No One Lives Forever, also called NOLF. It was like a really cheesy James Bond simulator, but it was really cool because there was like, it was the first game I played where there was like clans, and you would go at it in private matches against these other clans that were like in the community.
Nice.
And it was so fun because there was only one gun everybody would use, and it was this pistol that literally had explosive rounds. So it was just everybody bunny hopping around and scoping at each other's feet, trying to blow each other up. And just, it's seriously just cheesy footstep sounds. You would hear them jumping around.
Is it like an RTS? Is it like an RTS?
It's a first-person shooter.
Really?
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. We can look it up after this. I even know the jingle to it. Cause no one is for it. Like it's, dude, that game was awesome. And
That's awesome.
yeah, so that was the game that turned me into a game.
That's tough.
Oh yeah.
It's a tough question.
It's a really tough question.
I can tell you about the game that I think made me more of a gamer. Like I fully became a gamer at that point, and I remember I dabbled in fighting games and stuff like that back when I was younger. Never any good at them. Was never a huge fan of like Mortal Kombat. Played a little bit of Street Fighter, but then Josh called it. There's a little game that came into my life that changed everything, and that was Guilty Gear X. And I remember I was 11 years old. I picked it up. I was with my dad, and I started playing it, and it just clicked, and I became addicted. I had a game addiction at that point.
This is not an intervention, just to be clear.
No, I went from playing games normally, a normal amount of hours, maybe an hour here, an hour there, to playing it 4 to 6 hours a day. I loved that series so much, and I still play that series today. So I would say that was the series that, or like just the game in general, that changed my whole life as a gamer.
And this wasn't the first Guilty Gear?
Wasn't. Nope, it was technically the second Guilty Gear.
Okay.
Guilty Gear X. Yeah.
Cool.
There are so many. I can't even think of one, but I'll probably change my mind tomorrow. But tonight, I'm just going to go with Final Fantasy X. I just remember PS2, it was a great time. It was the first Final Fantasy game that actually had dialogue and people talk. You have that iconic scene of him laughing. Loved it. I just remember going to our local video store that was probably right on the other side of the school, so I get out of school, I run over there, get that game, $3. I probably wasted like so much money on that game. I think I bought it like 4 times. Like my original
That's
PS2
how it
version,
goes.
Yep.
scratched. Every time I got to the part where Riku comes into the game, where you actually get her in your party for good, froze every time. I was like, no, I gotta go buy a new copy of this
That
game.
sucks.
But like, I love that game so much. I dove into the series. Like, I was sitting there vividly like, I need more. And then guess what? They came out with 10-2. Not the best sequel, but it still gave me that feeling.
Fan
Like, hey,
service.
they love this game as much as the fans love that game too. But I just remember like renting it, spending so much more money on it. Got the PS3, got the PS4 now. Thinking about maybe the Switch. But like, I want to play it. I'm playing it again right now to get that platinum trophy because I did do all that stuff on the original PS2, but I can't prove it. And I lost the memory card to it, so I still can't prove it that I've beat all the secret bosses, done everything possible. But I'm going back in it slowly but surely. I will prove again that I have platinumed it and done everything with that game.
The game that got me into gaming was Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I remember going to the store, buying it. I'm pretty sure it came free with one of my first actual systems, which was the Game Boy Pocket, the blue one, I believe. And I just remember starting up and just falling in love with this universe because I love open world games. And at the time, that was the first open world because I could go over here, I go over here. Oh, I need a weapon to go over. I need to get the bracelet to open up this area and whatever. I just love the fact that you had to go into dungeons, get through puzzles, fight usually a pretty cool boss.
So you gotta
Get a
be
new
pretty
weapon.
pumped for the remake coming out in September.
I need to play the actual first one, but it just spoke to me because it was exploration, puzzles, a cool boss fight, and then just a fun game. Seeing what's over on the next screen, like ooh, okay, some bad guys or some NPC or whatever. I just love that. That got me into. That's the first game I remember that got me like actually playing it, like till the end, like beating
Cool.
it.
Cool.